College may or may not be the biggest scam of the 21st century, and this is coming from a professor. In the world of technology and the internet, everything can be found online, and I mean everything. So with all of this information in the palm of your hand, why do schools still exist? One word: money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
In today's day and age, high school students are all but ingrained that they have to go to college in order to be successful. They're taught, if you don't, well, then you're screwed. And this isn't even for high school students. Kids are taught this in pre-K, that a higher education is the means to accomplishment. This is where the scam really begins. And by the time they reach high school, they have made up their mind that they'll be going to college, just like everybody else. Now, depending on the type of college, it's either going to be really expensive or absurdly expensive. We're talking at least $20,000 a year for a college in-state. Now, if you're talking out of state, at least double that baby to $40K. And if this doesn't seem absurd, you've already been brainwashed from the higher institutions. And don't even get us started with supposedly superior universities like Harvard or Columbia, where a student, or let me rephrase that, the parent, is asked to pay $70,000 a year. Let this sink in. You're not really paying for an education. You're paying for the name of a university. Now, once you are in college, you would think that you can just take all the classes that apply to your major and be done with it. Well, with this logical reasoning, you would be wrong. Not only do you have to take classes within your major, but you also have to take a dozen or so Gen Eds, which are basically classes in a variety of different fields that you couldn't care less about. The university's reasoning behind this is to make you a more well-rounded student, but in actuality, they just want to keep you in college as long as they can. I don't think taking Shakespearean Theater 101 is gonna help anybody, not even the theater majors. Now, this scam isn't a one-man operation. Textbooks are also in on the money-making scheme. Paper for the most part doesn't cost that much money, but for some reason when it's inside of a college textbook, it sells like gold. One textbook can run a student $200. When you take into account how many classes are in a semester, they could be paying over $1,000 for textbooks a semester that they never even touch. And this isn't even where it ends. Most professors require an access code to do homework that comes with the textbook. That means you have to pay for the textbooks new, and most likely at the school store, that costs double. And many teachers require the newest version, which is uncoincidentally the most expensive version. Professors are definitely getting a kickback. I would know. Like, how the fuck are there new versions of calculus coming out every single year when the subject has existed for hundreds of years? You see, no one really goes to college to learn. They go to college to get that little piece of paper during graduation, a diploma. With that one piece of paper that cost around 5 cents to manufacture, you can now apply for any job in your field, or so you would think. You see, the scam is an intricate multi-level hustle that doesn't end here. You ever hear of grad school? Yeah. The college that comes after college. Well, if you want to lock down a job these days, be prepared to go back to school for at least 2 years and shell out an additional $50K. And by the time you finally get a job, you'll be too much in debt to actually enjoy your job.